Hello, konnichiwa, this is Etsuna, and today we are back with new Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony, Chapter 3, Investigation Resumed. So, in the past episode, we got our second murder of Chapter 3, the pattern that just keeps repeating. Well, let's just get started. It's too dark in here. We can't investigate even if we wanted to.
わかったよ。
Going to bring candle from other room to make this room bright, okay?
いいえ。
No, that won't be necessary.
Ah.
Yeah, that's not necessary at all.
え?
Uh-huh. Why? Oh, boy.
か
Show him, Kibo. Show him your new power. New power? Oh.
美人すぎる天才美人発明家こと入間美優様がキーボのメンテナンス時に追加した新機能だ。
ここは任せてください。僕が光となって皆さんを照らします。
照らせ照らせ照らしちま
Man, what a lame function. Should have made him like a transformer or something.
大丈夫
But it's bright now, so we should hurry and investigate. Yeah, it feels weird. Everything's so bright. Yeah, you're right. Kibo's flashlight function is okay. Maki's is Maki's like default sprite now just this terrifying glare? Okay, let's start by talking to everyone. Yeah, back here. Oh, this wall says something different. It did not say this before. Because like in the it might have been in the other room that they had like something written in like alphabet. I don't know if they translated that because this says, I think in Japanese it's katakana. I think it says tanuketa. I don't know what that means. I'll try to find out if I can figure out what that means. But yeah, that's weird. I'm sure it's just like a reference to something else. It's weird that it's different because I don't remember there being something else in any of the other rooms. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, and I'm pretty sure in this room it was like in English, but whatever. It's maybe I said things that made Tenko look suspicious, and now this. I'm sorry, Tenko.
やめて
Cry later. Huh?
だって
Crying won't bring Tenko back. And if we don't investigate thoroughly, we'll die too. I need to find the truth and pin down the culprit for Tenko and for all of us.
そうだよね
You're right. Tenko would want us to figure it out so she'd have no regrets. That would be the best way to apologize. Oh. Okay, and then I'll check those things later. Spin track Maki. Oh, I feel like Maki always has like a different sprite when she's just standing. Do these floorboards seem a little unstable to you? They're tough to walk on. The floorboards aren't nailed down. They're just lying on top of the cross pieces. That's what Gonta told me. It's probably the reason they're a little unstable. They've only been laid on top. That's why they're unstable.
Mom.
Well, the boards are fairly thick and sturdy. Can't imagine they'd come loose easily.
これって
But if someone wanted to remove a floorboard, they could easily do so, right? Yes, I suppose. Yeah.
おーい
Himiko! Hey, Himiko! Be strong, Himiko!
ちょっと
Gonta, if you shake Himiko that much, she's going to break.
でも
But she not talking. It's like Himiko not even here.
やっぱり
She must have been really shocked over Tenko. Let's leave her be for now. Oh, okay. Aww. Himiko. Yeah, I really feel bad for her. I guess we'll just go north.
なんで
First Angie, then Tenko.
悔しい
Gonta's
よ
so ashamed. Why Gonta no could protect friends? No.
任せてください
Leave it to me. I'll become the guiding light that shines on you all. Thanks, Kyo.
そんなはずは
Why? Why did this?
やっぱり
Kyo, I know the murder was pretty shocking.
もちろんだよ
Of course. I am shocked about that as well. But why did the seance fail? You're worried about that? We performed all the steps flawlessly. It's because Himiko stepped on the salt. He seems more concerned by that than the murder. Well, you know, I don't know why it failed.
そうだ
Maybe it's because, you know, the spirit medium is dead. I don't know what you were going to expect, but they're dead. What did you... Of course, the seance didn't work. Oh, if we perform the cage child again and summon Tenko's spirit this time.
バカバカしい
Cut the crap. Just tell me what happened during the seance. Both you and Shuichi were present, right? Did you get killed during the seance?
そうだね
True. Maybe best to move past what happened. To know why the seance failed.
あそう
Whatever, just hurry up. I love Maki. At the time, in order to begin the seance, we had Tenko, the spiritual medium, position herself as a turtle within the magic circle, so her head touched the marker stone. Then, Shuichi and Kokichi placed the cage over Tenko. And after that, I placed the white cloth over the cage. Oh. Then all four of us placed the wooden statue of the dog god atop the cage. Afterwards, we stood in four corners of the room. Kokichi and Shuichi blew out the candles.
そう
Finally, we all sang the cage child song. The seance should have been complete, but... now that you mention it, I remember hearing a strange sound during the song. Oh. Yeah, right in the middle. It is a mystery to me as well. I thought someone may have tripped, perhaps. It's also kind of impressive how Kyo was able to maintain his voice, like, stay completely calm, remember to sing the song in the exact melody and tune to match everyone else while he's, like, going through this stressful, like, he has to get there quickly and he has to stomp, and, like, even after that, even with this, like, heart, oh, well, no, since he's a serial killer, his heart probably wasn't racing. He's used to it. Oh boy, I don't want to think of that. That was a pretty loud sound for someone tripping. Perhaps Kyo knows something.
どうなの
And then what happened?
あ
We called out to her, but no reply came. I had Shuichi and Kokichi relight the candles. And then we removed all the items from within the magic circle in the opposite order. First, all four of us removed the dog statue. Next, I took off the white cloth, and then... Yeah. Himiko ran over to the cage, and the moment she lifted it... Yeah. Then it sounds like Tenko was definitely killed during the seance.
いや
But would it not be difficult in such darkness? Besides, she was inside the cage, yes?
だったら
Then when was she killed?
それが
Yes, that is a problem.
そうだね
There is another problem.
どうして
And that is, why ever did the seance fail? I simply cannot figure it out. Well, maybe it's because the spiritual medium was dead. Kyo. Oh my god. And like he sings right after he knows what he did. Oh man, it really is weird to think that they've been living with a serial killer for 13 days in the Ultimate Academy and just...
もしや
Maybe someone moved from their corner. Did someone else sneak in here?
どうせ
Obviously, since the sound was clearly a sham. Oh. Yeah, no wonder Kyo doesn't want to kill Maki. Maki never was one to pull her punches. Oh god, I adore her. Sound during seance. Sweet. And the new... His investigate... No. Is over and shut. It's all thanks to me for giving Kibo his new function. Now then... Mew. Just one after another this chapter. Goodness. You really have to get your mouth full. Jeez. One of you stupid people who signed up to do this. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So she's trying to say that it's one of the people who did the seance. No, not necessarily.
Huh?
Huh? Seriously? This seance was clearly set up to lure her in and kill her. How could someone who wasn't in the room kill her?
もしかして
So you believe that Tenko was killed during the seance?
バカか
There's no other possibility. I don't even know that. Okay. It is true that Tenko was alive before the seance began. This is the point of no return, Tenko. After this point, you mustn't speak. The next time you open your mouth, it would be Angie speaking through you, with a mouthful of blood. Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over. Tenko answered Kyo, so at that point she was most certainly alive. But when the candles relit, yeah, she had already been killed. That means she was killed in the dark, I'm positive. What time exactly was Tenko killed after the candles were blown out? That may be an important point of this case. Yeah. I'm surprised that we don't even like try to get alibis for everyone who weren't a part of the seance. Because like we know that Maki supposedly went back to investigate in the Ultimate Artist Lab to investigate Angie. And then in that room there were Tsumugi, Miyu, Gonta. Was it just them? Yeah, because yeah, and then obviously in here we had Kokichi, Himiko, Kyo, Tenko, and ourselves. So we don't know where Kibo was. We don't know where Kaito was this whole time. We don't even know where he is now. We can't even see using the map. Yeah, like there's no in here. Yeah, there's all of us. Wait, who else is missing? Wait, how many oh, because Tenko is not here. Is that why? Yeah, that must be it. Oh, wow, there's really not a lot of people left. Yeah, because there's no, like, even if we go over here, Kaito is nowhere to be found. Right? Yeah. So, that's weird. He's definitely a suspect. He could have made up all that stuff about his being afraid of ghosts just to hug Maki and to kill two other girls. Just kidding, but yeah, so we don't know Kaito, Kibo, and well, I guess, yeah, we don't know where anyone else was. They could have obviously moved to different rooms after we left the artist's lab, since it has been quite a while. But yeah, I don't know. Looking at it like that, like, it would make sense for everyone to keep an eye on where everyone is, but enough rambling. Let's talk to Kokichi one more time. Man, what a lame function. You should have made him like a transformer or something. Okay. And do you guys say anything else? Okay. Okay. And then Yo. Cannot understand. I have no idea why the seance failed.
もういいよ
Are you still saying that?
ね
Why don't we think over the seance once more? I should know why it failed.
えそうだね
Oh, well, I can skip this. Since we just read over that. And then, yeah. Wow, there's a lot of the CGs.
Yep.
Okay. And then it's me.
地味に
I'm going to plainly do my best for Tenko, too. And Maki.
へえ。
The floorboards have just been laid on top of the cross pieces. That's why they're unstable. While the boards are fairly thick and sturdy, I can't imagine they'd come loose easily.
これって
But if someone wanted to remove a floorboard, they could easily do so, right? Yes, I suppose. Tenko. Yep. And then
なんで
first Angie, then Tenko.
悔しい
And yeah, Kibo's himself. So, I guess we can start by searching stuff around. It's a monitor for communicating with us. There's nothing on the screen. Just it makes me feel sick. Let's check the dog statue. Yeah, oh, okay, good. We can see a closer look at the words. Yeah, it says, I think, tanukete. Tanukete. Oh, no, it says tasukete. It says help me. Oh god, that makes it even more creepy. It just says, oh, yeah, in like blood red. It says help me in Japanese. Oh, so that could either be referring to Tenko. Oh, scared me. Okay, anyway, yeah, it could either be referring to the person in the seance story. Oh man, I forget what it's called. Why do I already forget what it's called? You know, when we were first investigating Kyo's lab, he told us about like the story about like a child, a girl, I think, and her dog or something along those lines. It could be referring to that, or obviously it could be referring to Tenko or Angie or both, or just in general, just the Danganronpa universe. Could be, yeah, because like this is another one of those like notes. This could have been a horse A type note, but it's not. It makes me wonder if there are more of these kinds of messages around the school. Yeah, I don't know. It's cool that they show that, and it's very creepy, like the red color. Yeah. So yeah, that's something new. I didn't know about. Okay, it's the wooden dog statue used in the seance. I believe it's called the Dog God. During the seance, the wooden statue was on top of the cage. It took 4 of us to remove it. This wooden statue is pretty heavy.
確か
Kyo said it was about 175 pounds, or I think they mentioned 80 kilograms. It's about the weight of 2 young girls. That's why, yeah.
は
What do you know about girls? Have you even touched a woman besides your mother? Best Maki quote. She has so many great quotes in this chapter. And just, I guess in general, yeah, she has just... I can't get over this line. Maki is just wonderful. What? No, I mean, yeah, Shuichi held hands with Kaede. Aww.
冗談だよ
I'm kidding. Anyway.
これって
I can't get over that. If this heavy thing was on top of the cage, then Tenko wouldn't have been able to get out easily. Yeah, you're right about that. That didn't sound like you were kidding earlier. You still hung up on that. I love him. Okay. And then the white cloth. It's the white sheet we used for the seance. This was placed on top of the cage. Kyo was the one who removed it.
これって
This cloth is pretty thick. It's similar to a window curtain, but it's completely opaque. And on the back, look, there's a blood stain on it, right about the middle of the sheet.
でも
But no hole in the fabric. Yeah. Which means Tenko wasn't stabbed through this cloth. She was stabbed while underneath the cloth. White sheet. Okay, so I think that's all the stuff back there. I'll check that later. I guess we should check the candles. Candles hung on the walls. They're the only source of light in the room, other than Kibo. There are no windows in this room, so without the candles, it was pitch black. But how did the culprit kill Tenko in complete darkness? And then, oh, I guess we can't. Oh, yeah, let's check the magic circle. Ooh, oh, that's a cool, like, bird's eye view. It's the magic circle Kyo drew on the floor. Or at least it was. It's been completely stomped over. I suppose it was unavoidable.
あのさ、
Was this drawn with salt?
そう。
Whenever I perform a seance, I always use salt.
は？
Are you feeling alright? You sound ridiculous. Oh, he's great.
くだらない。
Ridiculous. I've performed many successful seances. Why, I've even had spirits enter my own but oh, he's about to spoil his own.
もういいよ。
Shut up. I don't want to hear about your stupid delusions. Maki really doesn't beat around the bush. It's kind of refreshing, actually.
でも、
Yeah, that is nice. In any case, with all these footprints, I can't really make out the original circle.
別に。
We'll find out in Kyo's lab. It should be written in the Cage Dog Village documents.
ね
Isn't that right, Kyo? Oh, yeah. He seems depressed. I suppose that makes sense. Yeah. Magic circle Kyo drew. Oh. And, okay, just want to know if I'll say anything
え。
different.
どうして？
Yeah. Oh no, I have to go through this all over. Okay. Yeah. Plunk. There we go. It's nice to see all these CGs though. I'm so happy that
Yeah,
V3 has
buddy.
a lot more CGs overall. Okay. Ooh, we didn't really get to look at the roof. Oh yeah, it looks like there are a bunch of small letters. Yeah, wooden letters. Can't make out what it says, but it's cool. Okay, so let's check out Tenko's body. And Himiko's just standing, like, facing Tenko. Okay, let's check the iron cage. This is a cage used in the seance.
これって、
It looks to be around 3 feet high and 5 feet wide. It's a pretty large iron cage.
うん。
Big enough for a person to fit inside. During the seance, Kokichi and I covered Tenko with the cage. We were supposed to remove it as well. But it was Himiko who rushed in and removed the cage first. Yes.
ね
Hey, look at this.
え、これって、
A bloodstain on the bottom of the cage. Probably Tenko's blood, yeah?
そうだな。
I'm so happy that Maki is like helping us out. They do really feel like friends or partners. Yes, I imagine so. The splatter must have been made when she was killed,
どうなの？
which means Tenko was killed while she was inside the cage.
うん。
I think you're right. Tenko went under the cage before the seance. But when the cage was lifted after the seance, she was already dead.
だったら、
If she was stabbed right when the cage was lifted, that would explain this bloodstain, right?
え？
Mm-hmm. Perhaps she wasn't killed during the seance, but the exact moment the cage was lifted? That is a possibility. Oh, they're pointing suspicion to Himiko. Iron cage has been added. And then marker stone. There's a rock next to Tenko's body. This must be... Please rest your forehead upon the stone marker I've placed here. It's just a stone I brought from the courtyard. Are you sure it'll work? Certainly. It is merely needed as a marker for her forehead to rest upon. Like this? Oh. Tenko had her forehead on this rock, hunched over. She had to make herself small to fit inside the cage. Oh man. Yeah, it's so weird to see Tenko like this. I don't like it. I also noticed that Gonta is always on the right side of the dead body, or at least this chapter. Because like in the art lab, he was also over there. And we could see him when we were investigating the body. But, oh, this time there's no puddle. Well, I guess it's fresh. Correct floorboard. Ah, this floorboard is loose. And it's the one right under Tenko.
どうして
Why is this floorboard loose?
確か
It wasn't like this before. It must have come loose during the seance.
なんで
Why would it come loose during the seance?
でも
A floorboard this thick and heavy wouldn't have come loose easily. Then someone must have loosened it on purpose. Oh. How did they get that photo? They just moved Tenko. And, yeah. Tenko's dead body. She took her last breath, crouched over like this. According to the Monokuma file, her only injury is a stab wound to her neck. This wound was fatal. This must have caused instant death. I didn't hear a scream during the seance. Ah, wait. Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over. Did she really stay quiet, thinking that was like the spirit entering her or something? I'm sure not that, but would Tenko really keep her mouth shut despite the pain? Aw, Tenko. Yeah, you can kind of see like the slit in the back of her neck. Aw. Her death might not have been instant. She couldn't have gone far before she bled out. What do you mean?
どうせ
You're concerned about that, right? With a wound this deep, the victim is too shocked to do anything except die. Oh, yeah. You're speaking from experience?
当たり前だよ
Of course. Quick deaths are my specialty. Well then, that makes sense.
ところでさ
The real question is, what was she killed with? I don't see a murder weapon around. You're right, I don't see an obvious murder weapon. That could be a clue. Tenko's last moments have been added to the truth about section of your monopad. Did you say anything else about it? Tenko's dead body. She took her last breath, crouched over like this. According to the Monokuma file, her only injury is a stab wound to her neck. This wound was fatal. Maki says that she might not have died instantly. I'm positive she wouldn't have had long, but perhaps a few seconds to move around. Thank you for being here, Maki. You're a huge help. The biggest unanswered question is the murder weapon. I'm glad that Shuichi thanked her. Where that weapon went will be the key to solving this case. Okay, well then. Oh, I guess we could go check the hole in the corner from here too. Let's check everything else. This is the cage used in the seance. It's pretty big, about 3 feet high and 1.5 feet wide. Wait, what did I say? Yeah, 3 feet high and one. Okay. During the seance, Kokichi and I covered Tenko with the cage. We were supposed to remove it as well, but Himiko rushed in first. The blood splattered on the underside of the cage, likely from when Tenko was killed. Which means Tenko was killed when she was still inside the cage. But it is possible that she was stabbed quickly, right when the cage opened. And stone. There's a rock next to Tenko's body. Tenko had her forehead on this rock, hunched over. Kyo mentioned something about being like a turtle inside the cage. Okay, let's check the hole in the corner. There's a small opening in the corner of the room. It doesn't look big enough for a person to get through, but still.
これって
Ooh, yeah, wait. I guess it's just in the wall, yeah. A hole? Looks like there's space under here too. Oh, hold on. I can see something below. It looks like something dropped down there. What? Something dropped down there? Was something dropped from here? Hole in the corner.
ね
After we checked everywhere else, why don't we go under the floor and see for
え
ourselves?
そうだね
Right, let's
と
do
こ
it.
ろでさ
Seems pretty dark down there. What should we use for the light?
そうだな
Let's bring a candle. Kibo's light from up here, that should be fine. Then I'll go get a candle. Remove that floorboard so we can go down. Okay, got it. Oh man, Shuichi's so happy. That smile, oh, I love them. I pulled off some of the floorboard near the hole and took a candle from Maki. Then we carefully made our way through the hole and under the floor. Ooh. This is a lot more spacious than I thought. It can move pretty easily on all fours. Let's look around for clues.
さ、
It looks pretty stupid if we found... it'll look pretty stupid if we found no clues after crawling around in this dusty place. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, well there are a few things. Dried blood, blood stain, and then crosspiece. Okay, well let's start with the most obvious. Puddle of blood. Blood dripping from the gaps in the floorboards. Fresh blood. This is definitely Tenko's. Ooh, look at that. We can go all the way around. Oh, and there's a hole back there too. Oh, and yeah. Oh, let's check this out first. Dried blood. There's a blood stain on the ground underneath the loose floorboard. But that's pretty far from where Tenko's blood is dripping down. It's under the same floorboard, just at different ends. Why is there blood here?
ね
Hey, the back of this floorboard has blood on it too. You're right, there's a little bit of blood on the underside of this floorboard.
え、どうなの?
Did Tenko's blood splatter here when she got killed?
そうだな。
I wonder. Can't really be sure yet. But these blood stains here are completely dry. There must be some reason these particular stains are dry. Dried blood under the floor. And loose floorboard. Oh boy. And then we can check the hole. Some of the wood has corroded and is broken off, so you can see into the next room.
ね
This is the wall of the empty room, right? Looks like there's wood along the wall. And this part is rotted away. It looks like natural rot. This hole wasn't made intentionally. But I can get into the next room through here.
え、確かに。
If I remember correctly, the room next door is also empty, right? Then the culprit could have gone from room to room by moving under here instead of using the hallway.
いや、
True, but it would have been difficult moving around under the floor. We did alright because we had a light. Without that, it would be pitch black. That might make it impossible to move around in here.
うん。
And they could have used a light like we're doing right now.
まあ、
True. They used a light to move around under the floor? Is that possible? Yeah, I think they would notice, the people in the seance would obviously notice if something's bright, since they're in that pitch dark room that's supposed to be dark. And a bloody sickle. There's a sickle here, and there's blood all over it. The blood on this sickle is fresh. This is it. This is a murder weapon.
これって、
This came from my research lab.
え
It did?
さ、
A sickle can be used to assassinate a target. Fun. It can be thrown without losing any lethality. And you can hide it under your clothes too.
まあ、
If she was attacked with this, she wouldn't stand a chance. The blade is about 6 inches.
そうだよ。
And since Tenko was in the cage, she wouldn't have been able to defend herself.
でも、
Yeah, especially since like Aikido is very like, you need that space to move around to attack. But even if this is our murder weapon, how did the culprit attack Tenko in the cage? The blade could fit through the gaps in the cage, but could it reach her neck?
そうだね。
The cage is 3 feet high. If you were to stab into it with a 6-inch blade, well, it would depend on Tenko's posture, but I don't think it's impossible. Then her posture is the question.
Ne.
Aw. Hey, if the weapon is down here, the culprit must have thrown it away, right?
そうだな。
Perhaps after killing Tenko, the culprit threw the sickle under the floor in the dark. Or they could have been under the floor the entire time. Either of those is possible. Sickle under the floor has been added to the triplet section. Okay, and then we just have the cut cross piece, but I just want to see, okay, yeah. I was just curious to see how it looked down here in the investigation mode. But, okay. Oh, okay, so this whole part is a cut crosspiece. Cut crosspiece. Oh, look, part of the crosspiece that... Oh, look, part of the crosspiece that supports the floorboard is cut off.
そうだね。
It's near the loose floorboard, and the portion missing is about the same width too. Oh. And from what I can see of it,
そうだな。
it wasn't broken off naturally. This was cut by someone. There should be saws in the warehouse, so they could have used that. Ooh. Saws. The question is, why? Another cross piece is supporting the floorboard, so it might not fall if this portion is missing.
だったら、
So, what purpose did this serve? Oh. The floorboard underneath Tenko's body is loose, and the crosspiece supporting it has been cut. If the culprit did all of this, then why? Crosspiece under the floor. The one thing I want to say, I guess we can see from here, but if Kyo had like moved that crosspiece, the crosspiece with the dried blood on one side, if he had just like flipped that on the other side, so it would be on the side that would like hit Tenko and would become more bloody, then like they wouldn't have this kind of problem. Of course, we would still have the blood stain, unless he did it quickly, but he would have just had to like put it in the other way, and then it would be none the wiser. Of course, there'd still be the cut crosspiece, but that would still make it a little better, right? It's kind of weird that Kyo didn't do that, but of course he was rushing.
いいかな。
Maki, you want to head back up? Glad you ask. I'm starting to get fed up with all this dust. Yeah, I'd be the same. I hate dust so much. Yeah, I think I have like a dust type allergy, which is why like sometimes I feel a lot more sick, but yeah, not fun. After Maki and I crawled out from under the floor, we put the floorboards back and returned to our investigation.
ところでさ、
We've only been investigating this room. You sure that's wise?
え？
What do you mean?
だって、
If Angie and Tenko have different killers, then the black one we need to vote for is
そうだね。
the culprit for the first murder, the culprit who killed Angie. That's what Monokuma said.
だったら、
So instead of investigating Tenko's stuff, shouldn't we be investigating Angie's? Yes, of course.
でも、
But this is bigger than the killing game. For the sake of the two who died, I need to reveal the truth for both of their deaths. Aww, that's nice of Shuichi. Yeah. Well, I understand why you feel that way. But if you plan on investigating the other crime scene again, you should probably hurry. Yeah. Okay, well, we will check on that in the next episode. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Yeah, I do like this investigation. We get to like have the whole area and the underneath the floor, which is cool. And yeah, of course, I'm not at all happy that Tenko is dead. But we have to keep going for the sake of hope. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and let me know what you guys thought of this part of the investigation, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!